Hi everyone, welcome to the video lecture series on numerical methods. In this video, we will discuss some analytical methods and numerical methods, advantages of numerical methods over analytical methods, errors and approximation in numerical computations. Introduction. The solutions of engineering problems can be obtained using analytical methods or numerical methods. See, these analytical methods are familiar methods in which when we are solving a quadratic equation x square minus 5x plus 6 equal to 0 using quadratic formula or by a factorization method, we are applying analytical methods. Or in solving an initial value problem y dash is equal to y with some initial condition y of 0 is equal to 1, then also we are applying analytical methods for obtaining exact solutions. Consider the quadratic equation x square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. We are solving this equation using the factorization method. X minus 2 into x minus 3 is equal to 0, or we can apply the quadratic formula. Then we get the exact solution as x is equal to 2 or x is equal to 3. So this is an example of an analytical method. Another example of problems in which we are applying analytical method is whenever we are solving first order initial value problems. For example, y dash equal to y together with y of 0 is equal to 1. See, we can rewrite this equation y dash equal to y as dy by dx is equal to y and apply the variable separable method. Dy by y is equal to dx and applying integration on both sides, we get log y is equal to x plus some arbitrary constant c, x plus c, or y is equal to e raised to x into e raised to c, or we can call this as some arbitrary constant c dash into e raised to x. And applying the initial condition y of 0 is equal to 1, we get the arbitrary constant c dash is equal to 1, the c dash by 1, and we get the exact solution as y is equal to e raised to x. So in these two problems, we will get the exact solution. See, this is the exact solution of the first order differential equation, first order initial value problem, y dash is equal to y together with y of 0 is equal to 1. So this is an exact solution. But we cannot apply the previous type of solution finding, exact solution finding method whenever we are considering an equation of the form x cos hx is equal to 1. We cannot apply some analytical method for obtaining the solution of these equations. Or suppose in our problem, suppose there is an integral, evaluation of an integral of this type, integral 0 to 1 e raised to minus x square dx is occurred in the solution finding process of some problem. We cannot apply the integration method directly. That means it is too much complicated evaluation of this type integral whenever the function is e raised to minus x square. So for these type problems, we are looking upon numerical methods. That means for finding solutions of some engineering problems, we can apply analytical methods or numerical methods. But this analytical differentiation and integration provide a closed form derivative and integral respectively only for simple functions. And we have seen whenever we are encountered with an integral of the form integral 0 to minus 1 e raised to minus x square ds, the direct integration is not possible because it is not a simple function. And for higher degree polynomial, we cannot have some direct method for evaluation of roots of polynomial equations, etc. Very often analytical solutions cannot be obtained. Numerical methods can be used where analytical methods are not capable or practical for providing solutions. Here is a comparison between analytical methods and numerical methods. Analytical techniques provide a direct solution and will result in exact solution if one exists. Analytical methods are practical only for functions that have a simple closed form mathematical structure. Numerical methods can be used with any function. They often require many iterations to get to the true solution. The numerical solution usually is not exact, and it is also necessary to provide initial estimates of the unknown. And because the numerical solutions are not exact, we will get an approximate solution. So naturally, there will be an error in our computation. In numerical methods, results of computations of unknown quantities generally are approximations. Since they are not exact, these results involve errors. Such an error may result from a combination of the effects of round-off errors, experimental errors, and truncation errors. Round-off errors means, as we know, suppose we are approximating the answer obtained by some numerical methods to 2 decimal places or 3 decimal places, etc. Then there will be a chance of rounding errors. That type of errors are called round-off errors. Experimental errors involves measurement errors that occurs in the stage of collection of data for computation. If you are cutting the infinity series Taylor expansion after some finite number of terms, such errors are called truncation errors. For example, here is the Taylor series expansion. E raised to x is equal to 1 plus x by 1 factorial plus x square by 2 factorial plus x cube by 3 factorial plus etc. That means this exponential function is expressed as sum of infinite number of polynomial terms. And if you are putting the value of x is equal to 1, we will get the exact value of E as the value of the infinity series 1 plus 1 by 1 factorial, that is also 1, plus 1 by 2 factorial, 1 by 3 factorial, plus etc. And we know that the value of E is approximately equal to 2.7182818 etc. See how the values of E are approximated using different polynomials and the corresponding errors in the computation. If you are approximating the value of E at the first degree term, we will get 2. If the expansion is truncated at the second degree polynomial term, the value of E is 2.5. And suppose we are approximating the fourth degree polynomial term 2.70833. See, this is the answer when we are approximating this at sixth degree polynomial 2.718. Value of E at the 10th degree polynomial 2.718282, etc. So these are the error distribution. That means we can see higher amount of errors occurred in the truncating the Taylor series expansion or Maclaurin series expansion at the lower degree polynomial. And these type of errors occurred in numerical computations are called truncation errors. If A tilde is an approximate value of a quantity whose exact value is A, we call the difference epsilon is equal to A minus A tilde, the error of A tilde. That is, A is equal to A tilde plus epsilon, or true value is equal to approximation plus error. The absolute value of the difference A minus A tilde is called absolute error. The ratio of error by true value, that is A minus A tilde by A whenever A not equal to 0, is called relative error, and it is denoted by epsilon r. If epsilon is unknown, we can fix error bound beta or beta r so that absolute value of A minus A tilde less than or equal to beta, or absolute value of A minus A tilde by A less than or equal to beta r. See how the magnitude of errors propagating as the computation increases. Error propagation. In addition and subtraction, a bound for the error of the result is given by the sum of the error bounds for the terms. In multiplication and division, an error bound for the relative error of the result is given by the sum of the bounds for the relative errors of the given numbers. These are some introductory concepts about numerical methods and errors in numerical computations. Thank you.